It's time now for the News Nation Gut Check. An Indianapolis high school student could be expelled for firing a stun gun at school. Now, here's why. 17-year-old Darnell Dynasty Young, who is openly gay, says he's been taunted, he's been bullied now for months with other students calling him names, spreading rumors, even worse. And his mom says the school wouldn't do anything to stop it when they were brought to its attention. So she bought him a stun gun. Now, Dynasty says last month a group of students surrounded him and threatened to beat him up. So he shot the gun into the air, and the group, they ran off. He was arrested just a short time later. And joining me now from Indianapolis is Dynasty and his mom, Shalise Grimes. Dynasty, Shalise, it's nice to see you today. Dynasty, I want to start with you. Explain to all of us, why did you feel so desperate that you thought it was logical to carry a stun gun into school? And did you have an intent to want to hurt the kids that were bullying you?
No, my first thing was to say, my point was not to hurt anybody. I didn't even use the tase gun. Let me say that again. I did not use it on nobody. When the 6 guys surrounded me, I raised it up in the air and I pushed the button. The self-protection device was only, the purpose was to back them off. I didn't know what else to do. I tried to just think about, how am I supposed to protect myself at the school if the administrators was not going to protect myself? And that's what I did.
Shalise, let's talk about the administrators in this situation. You have gone to them. You made it well known that Dynasty was being bullied by other kids at school. When you felt that they weren't listening to help take care of that situation, why did you think that it was a good decision to help Dynasty to get a stun gun and encourage him to carry it on school property?
Well, first of all, I want to make something clear. I do not promote violence, not at all. And the school was contacting me to let me know that my child was being bullied. And in the conversations that we were having back and forth with me contacting them contacting me, the result was always the same, that he should not be flamboyant and he's getting basically what he deserves.
Well, I want to talk about that because we did reach out to the school for comment on this. They told us they're not going to issue a comment about this at the time. But you said that the school didn't do anything to help take care of the bullying. The principal, though, Larry Yarrell, told the Indianapolis Star that Dynasty couldn't identify the bullies and said, quote, if he had known who the perpetrators were, the aggressors were, he would have dealt with them immediately. But Shalise, you're saying that the school came back to you to say that Dynasty is the one that needs to amend his behavior, amend being openly gay or acting what is perceived to be as flamboyant around the other kids?
Yes.
So in taking, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's the only. They never gave me any other alternatives. There was no other alternatives. None. They didn't suggest one other alternative. It was always the same thing since the beginning of the school year. The Dynasty should not be flamboyant. From the beginning of the school year until April the 6th, April the 12th, it just got worse. It got to the point where I had to do something. I had to do something to protect my child. I was in fear of losing my child, either at the hands of the bullies or either at the hands of himself. But our kids do not feel safe at our schools, and I had to step up and I had to protect my child and protect the bullies also, because I didn't want anybody to get hurt. That's why nobody got hurt. He raised it up in the air and he sounded it off. They backed up and everybody was safe.
Dynasty, Shalise, thanks for joining me today. We appreciate it. And I want to put it out to everybody that's watching now. What does your gut tell you about this story? Should Dynasty be expelled? You can go to facebook.com/NewsNation. Cast your vote there.